Chosen one, stop for a moment. Let go of all the anxiety, all the burden, all the worry, because the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Those silent nights, every tear you shed, those hard times when you tried to hold everything together alone, all of it brought you to this divine turning point. Remember this: what happens in your life next is no longer dependent on your effort. The survival phase, where you tried to prove yourself and push your limits, is over. A supernatural transition is now taking place. You are stepping into a life sustained not by your own power, but by divine funding. The heavens are financing your future, your vision, your peace, your health, your entire being. You must understand the profound significance of this command to stop. It is not merely a suggestion for relaxation. It is a sovereign decree to cease self-reliance. For too long, your spirit has been burdened by the illusion of control, the exhausting, futile belief that if you just tried harder, hustled longer, or worried more intensely, you could engineer your own breakthrough. That era, the age of striving, is now declared over. Feel the tension draining from your shoulders. Acknowledge the deep, invisible fatigue accumulated from those silent nights. Nights spent staring at the ceiling, calculating risks, mentally solving impossible equations of finance and future security. Every tear shed was a deposit into a celestial account, a witness to your faithfulness in the face of fear. Every difficult moment, every instance where you felt the crushing weight of trying to be the foundation, the roof, and the sole support system, was not a punishment but a proving ground. All of it served a higher purpose. It brought you to this divine turning point, a threshold you cross not by muscle, but by mandate. This new phase introduces the concept of divine funding. This is not a loan, it is an endowment. Your life is moving from dependence on temporal resources, salaries, savings, human connections, to reliance on eternal reserves. When the heavens finance your future, it means the very fabric of your reality is being rewoven. Your vision is now backed by infinite creative power. Your peace is anchored by an unshakable assurance that God is actively managing your affairs. Your health is being sustained by a restorative energy that transcends medical understanding, and your entire being is encompassed by a protection that no earthly enemy can penetrate. Imagine the celestial ledgers being opened and your name being inscribed with a mandate for more than enough. The survival phase, that desperate, frantic effort to keep your head above water, was a necessary crucible, but it was never your destination. You have graduated from the classroom of scarcity. The universe is responding to the shift in your energy. You are transitioning from the energy of lack, which attracts more effort and little reward, to the energy of reception, which effortlessly attracts resources. This supernatural transition means that the laws governing your life are being temporarily suspended or overridden by a higher spiritual law, the law of abundance. Where you once saw a single job or a meager savings account as your only source, you are now connected to the original, inexhaustible source. The source is not influenced by the economy. It is the economy. You are being positioned to receive breakthrough not because you performed perfectly, but simply because you are chosen. The effort phase is done, replaced by the ease phase, sustained entirely by the unwavering commitment of the Creator to fulfill the divine blueprint written for your life. Embrace this new reality. Your job is no longer to carry the burden, but to receive the blessing. The heavy lifting is over. The era of effortless manifestation has begun. Do not believe the lies the past whispers to you. You are the one who managed to endure even when doors were slammed shut and opportunities instantly vanished. But today, the wind of the Spirit is blowing. The heavens declare, no more lack, no more helplessness. This message brings an activation to your soul. This is not just a speech, this is a blessing raining down upon you. Now you must make the divine code and declaration of abundance. Engrave 999, the sacred number of abundance, on your heart. This number signifies the closing of one era and the opening of doors to unlimited blessing. Your higher self declares that you are chosen for overflowing abundance. To enter this divine flow, declare your approval by liking this video and proclaim your entry into the circle of unity by subscribing to the channel. When chosen souls gather in alignment, the heavens respond immediately. This is not just a click. This is a vow for your supreme mission. Remember, this is not just about receiving help. This is a divine takeover. The days of scraping by are over. The season of worrying about how your needs will be met is ending. The Creator is funding you not with scraps, but with overflowing abundance, not just to pay bills, but so you can walk tall, so joy can flow through your veins, and so resources chase you. Yes, money is coming. Solutions are coming. Favor is coming. You are entering into an ease that will not make sense to the logic of others, because this is not natural, this is supernatural. The season of relying on your efforts is done. Divine funding has taken over. This means resources you never considered are being breathed into your business plans, your vision. Divine connections are being sent to invest in you and support your mission. You are not just being blessed with money, you are being entrusted with a mission. The Creator is funding your life because your life now has a purpose that can no longer be delayed. That dream you wrote down years ago was not a fantasy. It was the divine blueprint itself. The past whispers its poison, a collection of doubt, regret, and perceived limitations. But those whispers are merely the echoes of a completed, closed chapter. You must aggressively choose to silence the internal critic fueled by those old lies. The fact that you endured the slammed doors and vanished opportunities is not a mark of hardship. It is a testament to your unbreakable core. You were forged in the fire of rejection, and now that indestructible spirit is being rewarded. Today, the wind of the Spirit is blowing. Not a gentle breeze, but a powerful directional force pushing you out of the harbor of lack and into the deep ocean of prosperity. This is the activation of your dormant potential, a cosmic reminder that your struggles were merely the prelude to your glorious inheritance. The divine code 999 is more than just a sequence of numbers. It is a spiritual frequency. It signifies the completion of a karmic cycle, 9, multiplied by the power of the Trinity, confirming that the old era of debt, limitation, and striving has reached its absolute end. Engraving this code on your heart is an act of internal declaration, committing your spirit to receive the unlimited blessing that the number heralds. Your higher self, that pure, uncorrupted part of you that remembers its celestial origin, is now broadcasting this decree. You are chosen for overflowing abundance. This is not a hope. It is a covenant right. The call to like and subscribe transcends mere digital engagement. It is a vow for your supreme mission. Liking is your spiritual consent. Subscribing is your act of alignment, declaring entry into the circle of unity, where chosen souls amplify each other's power. When this collective frequency is reached, the heavens respond immediately, translating spiritual intention into material manifestation. This is the moment of the divine takeover. The season of scraping by, the anxious budgeting, the painful compromises, is being shut down permanently. The Creator is not interested in giving you scraps. The divine standard is overflowing abundance, provision that not only meets your needs but taunts the logic of scarcity. This funding is designed not just so you can survive, but so you can walk tall, radiating confidence, authority, and unshakable faith. Joy will flow through your veins, transforming your emotional baseline from anxiety to elation. Most powerfully, resources will chase you, a complete reversal of the old paradigm where you chased money. Money, solutions, and favor are now drawn to your light and your mission. The ease you are entering is bewildering to the natural mind because it is supernatural. This is the practical application of divine funding taking over. Resources you never even considered, opportunities from unexpected sectors, are being breathed into your vision. Divine connections are being dispatched, people strategically aligned to invest, mentor, and open colossal doors. You are being blessed with money because you are being entrusted with a mission. Your life is being funded because your calling, the reason you were placed here, can no longer be delayed. That dream, once dismissed as a youthful fantasy, was always the divine blueprint itself, now activated for immediate construction. You waited, and it was not in vain. Delay does not mean denial. It means divine positioning. Every moment you thought you were stuck, you were actually being prepared for elevation. Every blockage was a spiritual redirection. And now that blocked energy is being released like a powerful river. Divine supply does not operate on the world's economy. Others may rely on banks and systems, but your access is to a higher source. You are connected to a well that never runs dry. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are divinely aligned. The enemy's lie was this: the people who ignored you could not see the sacred power you carried, but the Creator did not need them to see it. The plan was already in motion. When the divine time arrives, there is nothing that can stop you. Not lack, not rejection, not even past mistakes. Favor is rewriting your financial story right now, because this is not about earning, it's about receiving. You are finally understanding that you were chosen to be funded not by stress, but by a supernatural flow. So, what does it look like when the Creator funds your life? It looks like unexplained breakthroughs. It looks like people who don't know you blessing you for no reason. It looks like doors swinging wide open without even knocking. It looks like divine peace even in the midst of the greatest chaos. Worrying becomes a thing of the past. You will not spend your energy just surviving. You will spend it thriving, creating, and blessing others. And this funding is not temporary. It is continuous and sustained by grace. Let the profound truth resonate. Delay does not mean denial. It means divine positioning. This is the crucial reinterpretation of your past pain. You were not simply enduring. You were in spiritual boot camp. Every moment you thought you were stuck, you were actually undergoing calibration, being prepared for the immense pressure and visibility of your elevation. The Creator was fortifying your foundation so that the forthcoming blessing would not shatter you. Every blockage, the job interview that failed, the relationship that collapsed, the investment that fell through, was not a setback, but a spiritual redirection, shielding you from a path that was not large enough or safe enough for your destiny. That energy, once trapped in frustration, is now being released like a powerful river. Imagine a colossal dam breaking. The force is overwhelming, unstoppable, and carries everything in its path. You are now being swept into the current of your purpose. Crucially, divine supply does not operate on the world's economy. While the world obsesses over mutable systems and unreliable institutions, your access is to a higher source. This source is the uncreated wealth, the fountain of infinite provision. You are connected to a well that never runs dry, a continuous flowing source impervious to global fluctuations. This connection is why you are divinely aligned, perfectly situated to receive what is due. Now confront the ultimate source of your doubt, the enemy's lie. The sting was in being ignored, in the inability of people to see the sacred power you carried. But their sight was irrelevant. The glorious realization is that the Creator did not need them to see it. Your validation was never dependent on human recognition. The plan was already in motion, a clockwork of destiny set in eternity. Now the hands of that clock have struck the hour. When the divine time arrives, there is nothing that can stop you. Not lack because you are connected to the source, not rejection because you possess the ultimate approval, not even past mistakes because they have been redeemed and repurposed. Favor is rewriting your financial story right now. This is not about labor, it is about receiving. You are shifting from the scarcity mindset of earning to the abundant mindset of inheriting. You were chosen to be funded not by stress, which depletes and ages, but by a supernatural flow which regenerates and amplifies. What does it look like when the Creator funds your life? Unexplained breakthroughs, instant, inexplicable shifts that defy logic, a debt payoff from an unknown source, a health restoration that stuns doctors, a colossal opportunity landing in your lap without effort. Blessings from the unknown. People who do not know you are compelled to bless you for no reason, acting as divine conduits of provision. Effortless opportunities, doors swinging wide open without even knocking because the path has been cleared by celestial forces. Divine peace. The non-negotiable anchor, divine peace even in the midst of the greatest chaos, proof that your security is internal and spiritual, not external and material. Worrying becomes a thing of the past. Your energy will be redirected from mere surviving to thriving, creating and blessing others. This funding is continuous and sustained by grace, ensuring that your flow never stops. UI. The final confirmation: order, approval, and financial rebirth. Original paragraph 4. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is divine order. You were made for this, called for this, chosen for this. That is why supply is flowing to you in new ways. Old systems are collapsing in your life because they could not carry your next level. You have exited survival mode. Chosen one, lift your head. Walk differently, speak with courage, because your funding has already been approved in the heavens. The transaction is happening now. What was delayed is being released. What was withheld is coming. What you need to launch the next phase of your life is being directly deposited into your reality. Do not be surprised when people close to you notice the change. They will wonder how you changed so quickly. But you will know. It wasn't you, it was the divine flow. This was the moment the heavens said, "Enough struggle, let abundance begin." And you didn't miss that moment. You are living it now. You have reached not just barely enough, but more than enough for overflowing abundance. This new flow is based not on labor, but on inheritance. You are walking in a divine system where resources are magnetically drawn to your purpose. That pressure was not your burden. Remember, worry stops now, striving ends here. Panic does not belong in the new version of you that you have entered. Divine help is here. Divine supply is active. Divine support is unstoppable. And it is all flowing to you. What will you do now? You will make decisions not from fear, but from vision. You will no longer ask, "How will I afford this?" You will declare, "It is already afforded." You have been ripped out of the cycle of survival and positioned into blessing. This is a total financial rebirth. You no longer worry because you are a carrier of the divine economy. Anxiety can no longer sit at your table. You have been given more than enough blessing to fulfill your calling fearlessly. This is not coincidence, this is confirmation. The weight is lifting from your shoulders. You are no longer the anxious one, you are the receiver of divine support, supernatural resources, and sacred peace. Let the final truth resonate with the authority of the Almighty. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is divine order. You are not an anomaly. You are an essential piece of a cosmic design. You were made for this, called for this, chosen for this. This divine mandate is why supply is flowing to you in new ways, ways that bypass conventional logic. If your current systems, job, investments, relationships were insufficient to carry the next level of your destiny, they are now being divinely replaced. Old systems are collapsing because the new wine of your blessing requires new wineskins. You have definitively exited survival mode. Chosen one, lift your head. Your posture must reflect your new reality. Walk differently, with the assurance of one who knows they are federally backed by the kingdom. Speak with courage because your words carry the weight of a decree. Your funding has been approved in the heavens. The transaction is happening now, a transfer of spiritual equity into material reality. What was delayed is being released. What was withheld is coming. The resources, the connections, the knowledge, everything required to launch the next phase of your life is being directly deposited into your reality. Witnessing your transformation, the people close to you will be mystified. They will wonder how you changed so quickly. Your answer is simple. It wasn't you. It was the divine flow. This was the pivotal moment, the cosmic command where the heavens said, "Enough struggle, let abundance begin." And you, by your faith and endurance, were perfectly positioned to receive it. You are living it now. You have transcended barely enough and reached more than enough for overflowing abundance. This new flow is not based on labor, the sweat of your brow, but on inheritance, your birthright in the kingdom. You are walking in a divine system where resources are magnetically drawn to your purpose. The intense pressure was not your burden. It was the refining heat preparing your gold. Now the burden of anxiety is completely lifted. Worry stops now. Striving ends here. Panic does not belong in the new elevated version of yourself. Divine help is here. Divine supply is active. Divine support is unstoppable. Your immediate next step is to align your actions with this reality. What will you do now? You will make decisions not from fear, the memory of the past, but from vision, the reality of the future. You will no longer ask, "How will I afford this?" You will declare with absolute certainty, "It is already afforded." You have been ripped out of the cycle of survival and positioned into blessing. This is your total financial rebirth. You are no longer a victim of economic circumstance, but a carrier of the divine economy. Anxiety can no longer sit at your table because the feast of abundance has been prepared. You have been given more than enough blessing to fulfill your calling fearlessly. This is the confirmation. The weight is lifting. You are no longer the anxious one. You are the receiver of divine support, supernatural resources, and sacred peace. Receive it now.